This smorgasbord of pussy lacks farfignugan. Big caps, little flans, lots of wax. Dapper Dads 2020.
You can't say sucking on my Johnson. I'd rather jack off a disfigured man with their feet than a handsome man.
Instead of Dapper Dad mouth, it's like it's that, but it's like just a shitty costume where it's like a sandwich board, you know.
Do you think people would ever dress up like the logo mouths for Halloween?
If we blew up to the point where people were like, let's make mouth costumes for Halloween, that means we've hit like a certain point of success.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
But what if it's just one weirdo and we haven't hit any success?
Isn't that like our niche right there? Is just like
one weirdo?
Yeah, succeeding
Sometimes
with one
there's
weirdo.
two weirdos.
Sometimes there's a couple weirdos. People tend to listen
to this. A pile
of
weirdos. This plays softly in the background of most orgies.
I've been told. It's great orgy. I never get invited. Music. No one ever invites us because we don't seem to know the password.
Could you imagine having anonymous sex while we talk about an asshole cop movie?
Can you imagine having anonymous sex while hearing this and not knowing what it is?
Could you imagine having anonymous sex and you hear yourself?
Could you imagine having sex?
I try a lot.
I'd like to.
I have some ideas. I
imagine it's squishy.
Oh, for sure. A squelch.
A real type.
Squelch. Moist. It's the only time
you hate to say it, yeah.
I love it, and I don't get the problem with the word. I'm bringing moist back.
I don't like how it makes my brain feel. I don't like I don't think of moist, and I don't think of anything good.
I think of only good things.
See, like people talk about like moist cake. I think it's more like a rich cake. Like I think there's like a rich because when I think moist, it's like a damp cake, you know. And I don't want to eat.
I like a real wet cake.
Moist is like
soggy
damp
piece of cake just dripping. Full of
nice soggy piece of ass.
Yeah, big soggy ass. How do you think my soggy ass got so soggy? Because all this soggy.
I like a girl with a big old soggy ass.
Episode
That's what I like. 137. It's insane.
How do you know? How do you know to show up on time for this, folks? Every Friday, consistently, for far too long. 4:30 in the morning. Who's the real Dapper Dads fan that is there right when it publishes?
Who is the one who wakes up extra early?
4:30. I think it comes out at 4:30. I don't know.
Who is the maniac?
I've only been
waking up at
4:30 on a
Who is the maniac waking up at 3:30 in the morning to start their day, hand grinding their coffee and making their breakfast, and then catching that Dapper Dads episode the second it drops on your preferred streaming platform? Which you can find all of at www.thedapperdads.com, where we have everything Dapper there. You can stream the episodes. You can find the YouTube link. Watch this shit on YouTube. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can buy shit from our store. You can go to www.patreon.com/dapperdads, and for $5 a month, you can hear the horniest, most insane things that we can't even say on this show.
Big horny over there.
No edits, completely uncut.
Tiny cap, big horny.
Tiny cap, big horny, all 2020 over on the Patreon. So for $5 smackers a month, get yourself all the exclusive content and get all the tie-in jokes. You don't get the full episodes unless you listen to the Patreon now somehow.
We've been over it. And you'll never get 10 to 5%, 5 to 10% of the jokes are things we're referencing from our normal lives or just when we're not recording.
And then there's like a good, I'd say 80% chunk of the show that nobody gets at all.
Yeah, because our references are so perfect.
And yet it's extremely outdated.
Listen, we don't want everything. It is. I've been told that. Where they're like, your references are like 80s things. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah? What's the problem?
And they're like, because your age is an enigma? And I'm like,
do you not enjoy fun? Like, that's what I don't get.
You don't like to hear about Roadhouse?
You don't
People are like, yeah, I've seen it.
You don't like to hear about how great Terminator 2 was?
Yeah, it's one of the best movies ever.
Ever.
I want a shirt with the hand going through the face. We've been over this.
It'll look fantastic.
I think it'll be hard to do, but...
I'm still waiting on that one shirt you're working on.
I didn't know if you remembered that.
Oh, of course I remembered it.
I've been working on it. I've got a shirt that's going to shove your dick out of your own ass.
Wow, that is going to be impressive. We're going to have to
It's for us. It's for us and one other person, maybe two. I swear to God, it might be one of my most... deep reference shirts. It's not going to be that crazy. It's not like a crazy reference, but it's just a thing that we enjoy that I feel like a lot of other people don't. You know, like much of our lives.
Yeah, like much of the things that the reason the four of us hang out is because we specifically enjoy those things. And
even one of those don't like this. So
really,
it's getting deep.
Okay.
But I figured it out. I don't know if it'll work out well, but it's happening either way.
Okay. I'll take
dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com if you want to tell us your favorite obscure reference that we've ever said that you got and made you feel powerful. Because that's the thing. Everything we do is for like 6 people.
Yeah.
Other people can enjoy it. A lot of other people will hate it. But 6 people are going to be like, wow, these references.
Specific things.
You know what I mean? Going from Lil Uzi Vert to Face Off is like, who else is giving us this kind of content?
To a 30-minute story about a movie franchise where the main character is an anthropomorphic asshole cop.
Yeah, folks. See, we remember an episode last time. It's totally not because it was just recorded moments ago. We know now. We're trying to get better. We know what the people want, which is to be able to reference things.
We haven't talked about that episode in moments.
Yeah, moments away. Call 402-7-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737. Tell us the horniest you've ever been in a hotel. Yeah, that's right, folks. We even remember the thing we never got to on the last episode.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
Wow, I never did get to finish that story, did
Maybe that's a little cliffhanger. Maybe we'll say it on this one. Maybe
we
we'll go
will.
off on a trail and not. Maybe we'll talk about it privately, and you guys will never know what happened. Follow us on Instagram at dapperdadspodcast, where there's pictures that are confusing.
Very confusing.
We're going to do the thing where it's pieces of pictures. You have to go to our profile to see the whole thing, and it fucks up your timeline in the meantime. And like 4 of the pictures are just white, and you're like, what happened to them? Did they get hacked? And you can't hack us despite how simple our password is.
It is unbelievable. It's amazing no one has hacked us yet.
Yep. Don't try. Dapper Dads on Twitter. Totally easier password.
Did we say the phone number?
Yeah, we said the phone number. Say it again.
402-732-7737.
Call
us. Text us. We might text back.
We
ain't calling back.
No.
We'll never call you back.
We can't even
I don't even know how we would do
We
that.
can't even go down this road. We have a text that will show. And you'll be like, wow, stunning.
Got some horny submissions this episode. We had some very horny people. Big horny people.
There's only one
telling us some disgusting things that they were going to do.
Yeah.
There was one submission we couldn't even pull up.
Yeah, a smattering of vaginas is the best way I could put it.
It was like
a smorgasbord of pussy.
A smorgasbord?
Smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord of pussy?
Smorgasbord.
Is
that the funnest word?
The smorgasbord of pussy lacks farfignugan.
Holy shit.
That's a sentence.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened. Smorgasbord. Why aren't there more words
smorgasbord?
like that? Smorgasbord.
You're saying like smorgasbord.
What am I supposed to be saying?
Smorgasbord? I don't think it's 2 H's. Smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord?
Smorgasbord? Is that what you say? Borb?
I think we're just never going to get
Beans?
That. Huh?
Bees?
Bees?
Beans.
Beans?
Beads?
Beads?
Beans?
Oh my god.
Bays?
I've had a stroke. Too much coffee. Too much coffee. We can't do this. We can't get into
beads.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying words.
Okay.
Let's roll with it. I'm going to say a word, and then I want you to say the word that you immediately associate with it.
All
okay?
Right. Here we are, folks. This is what we've gotten to.
Lemon.
Juice.
Beer.
Drunk.
Titties.
Delicious.
Dapper.
Dads.
Slim.
Hate.
Oh. Wow. Drama?
Love.
Oh, interesting.
Beautiful. And gorge.
Okay.
Godlike.
Smorgasbord?
Bored.
Farfignugan.
I don't know.
Volkswagen.
Hitler.
Disestablishmentarianism?
Hitler.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Philanthropy.
Nothing.
Cock soup.
Delicious.
Altruism.
I don't know what that means.
Tangerine.
Orange. All right. Now, what do you have to say as my doctor then?
As your doctor, you're just fucked, man. I think the real only cure here is to
coffee.
I think
I'm into coffee.
Sir,
now. I'm a coffee guy.
I can't believe.
Don't call me sir.
I can't believe
my dad's name was Sir.
I can't. Sir Drama. That was his name.
Yes.
Sir Drama the Knight.
No.
Like the knighted Sir Drama.
No.
The guy that could not pull the sword out of the stone.
King Arthur?
The guy that tried to fuck
Elton John?
The guy that tried to fuck that mermaid?
Elton John?
Elton John tried to fuck a mermaid?
Yeah, and that's why he became gay.
Oh.
Because he
mermaid pussy will make you gay?
Just couldn't find it.
No, it's there. It's big from what I've seen.
That's only one very artistic direction.
But have you ever seen another interpretation of a mermaid vagina outside of that?
Because you don't get it. I think it's
so do you
under
face
a lot of
fuck
scales.
A mermaid?
You know those pillows?
Oh, I don't like this.
I'm sorry.
Because then if you're like rubbing and grinding, like at some point, are you pushing the scales back down and then you can't access the vagina?
I mean, once they're...
Does it hurt you?
Oh, it hurts.
Does it hurt to fuck a mermaid?
I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you get a mermaid with the opposite, like, fish top.
That sounds even worse because is it still like slimy
Very
like
fuckable.
a fish on the top?
Yeah.
Is it slimy like a lady on the bottom?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's just say I'm with my slimes.
Just say I'm schlatting with my schlimes, if you know what I mean.
Because it's like a big fish head. You know what I mean?
A pussy is? Are you saying a pussy is like a big fish head?
Have you ever stuck your dick in a fish?
No.
Would you be open to it?
I've seen videos of it where,
We
like,
all have.
those yee videos where the guys are just like,
Like cat fisting, but with your cock? No, that's something else.
cock fisting?
I listened to a podcast. I've been
no.
meaning to bring this up.
We don't talk about podcasts on the podcast.
Yeah, but I heard this one. It's fucking disgusting.
Okay.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
No, I wanna.
It's this one.
It's this one. It's the grossest show I've ever heard.
Let's do another podcast. It's called Dying for Sex. It's a serious podcast.
Okay.
It's about a woman who has terminal breast cancer. And when she finds out, she leaves her husband because it's a loveless marriage and begins just fucking dudes and having a good time.
Good for her.
Very good podcast. It's starting to kind of... We're stretching everything out. I feel like I said this on not the last episode because that was only moments away in reverse, but another recent episode. I complain about how we're stretching things out too much. We're making them too small. What happened to the medium of everything?
Yeah,
you know what
where
I mean?
is like just
Like
where's just a good hour and
size.
45-minute movie?
Right.
Where you're like, ooh, it's not an hour and a half because if it's an hour and a
I'm watching
half.
TV shows where there's like 20 parts and it's not even like
yeah, you know what I love? A
recurring-
4-part TV episode. It's like just give me the goddamn plot resolution.
And movies are long, and then songs
And
are
they need
super
sequels.
short, and sometimes like
movies got longer and songs got shorter.
I know what's happening.
That's the problem. With
yeah,
kids
there's
these
no
days.
magazines, says the asshole smoking a cigarette
On a plane.
on a plane. But yeah, it's called Dying for Sex. So she like talks about like everything, like puts it out there. And doesn't like shame anyone. She's on Tinder and she had never been, like she's older. It's very fascinating. But yeah, the first couple episodes are fantastic. They get like dudes on the phone that she fucked. Like this one guy like gets worked up and comes out of his car. Like you gotta listen. Great podcast. But one of the things, so
like
she
he gets worked up talking to her on the phone and he jacks off.
No,
in the
they
car?
like go to a bar, but at first she's not like having sex with the people. She's just like kind of feeling it out. And yeah, there's like they go to a bar together and they're talking, and then I think he was gonna give her a ride home. Like they weren't planning on having sex, but they started making out in the car and got in the back seat, and then his dick came out and she's like tugging it a bit, and then he had to come, and so he opened up his car door and his alarm goes off as he's coming out of the door in like this rural neighborhood by the bar. And yeah, I just completely spoiled that story. But they get him on the phone and then he like just owns it. And he's like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. And he like breaks it all down. It's very funny. But yeah, shit like that. And then so she like doesn't say no to like fetishes and stuff. So she's talking about like pee. Some guy wanted to come drink her pee. So she was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm going to die. I'll let you drink my pee. Because she got a bunch of feet dudes at first. And she's
what is up with feet dudes?
I don't know.
They're just everywhere. They're like hanging in the wood. Like I feel like we know feet dudes and we just don't know it.
Oh yeah, we've covered this before. We've talked about it because
it's upsetting.
Because there's not feet women. This is the point we made before. Like there's no way, and I understand like a woman's foot
because you see like the pocket pussies that are like a foot with a vagina.
Yeah, that's
in
exactly.
You
what
never see a foot with a dick on it.
I mean, we should make it.
We should, because there's got to be like one woman out there.
Because there's probably like gay guys that have a foot fetish too. Interesting. I feel like this is underreported.
I say, are we breaking boundaries here?
I'd love to break down like
the Dapper Dad's branded foot dildo.
Yeah, it just
because
then you're sitting down on it and you're just seeing another foot. That was my problem with the
or do the girls want the foot inside you? Like, do they want the foot inside of them?
Yeah.
So like it's like a rubber fist and it's just like a foot.
I think so, but it's
swinging it around like a mace.
You walk in on your kid, found the rubber foot in your top dresser drawer.
Walk into your kid and he's made a whack-a-mole game out of your very I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got your foot dick, but what's he hitting with it? What's something expensive my son could
future trauma.
Oh my God! Yeah,
he's nailing it on the head. I'll say that.
He's smashing the piggy bank where we have to pull the money to pay for his therapy for this.
But yeah, she gets foot dudes at first. She talks about how she like doesn't jerk them off, but she lets them like masturbate, looking at her feet and like suck her toes and like that type of shit.
Okay.
Just really getting out there.
That's gotta feel kind of powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fucking know. But then yeah, she gets a guy who like wants to drink her pee.
Like she's from the source or like pee into a cup?
She thought like she'd pee in a cup and he'd drink it, but he wants it right from the tap.
Like from the well.
So she stands in the shower and he puts his mouth right up against her. And she said like it was hard to pee, as you could imagine, under that pressure. Yeah. And then she got a little out and he came
immediately.
Well, she was like, do you want like more of it? And he said, you taste better than tea. Give me all of it. So she just let it rip, and then it's pouring down his chest and stuff, you know? And then she is like walking out of the bathroom and she's like, you can feel free to shower and clean yourself up. And he goes, no, I want to go home with it on me. Then she finds out he had a girlfriend the whole time. That's what I mean. This shit's crazy. Like, when you I love hearing women, like, talk about sex stuff. Because, like, guys do it all the time. Because, like, you don't hear the other side.
Yeah,
you're
you
just
never
with your
do.
guy friends, and you're like, whether it's gross or not, you don't, like, there's not, I feel like there's more, dudes are inherently grosser.
Yeah.
And they have more things, like, coming out of a car door while your alarm goes off.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen to a woman.
Right, yeah.
But, like, I feel like there's someone in my life that tells me about, like, dude, she's seen, and like just the frequency and stuff, like you don't hear it. There's not enough representation of women doing like what we're doing, talking about their pussies and like dudes they fucking like, because I don't think there's a lot of women that, like we said, with the foot fetish, so we never like fully understand that. If we're not into it, you don't hear the other version of it. And then when you hear a woman candidly talk about like fucking
it's exciting.
It's like when you listen to porn stars talking about it, but that's so trumped up because they like, you know what I mean? So I like hearing these, like, I love a podcast with a woman that's just, and I think like that girl or that Guys We Fucked podcast is like that. I've heard some of their episodes, but yeah, get us some more women. Just talk about this shit because it's so interesting to me. Like, yeah, peeing in a dude's mouth, like,
and then he goes home.
Because I don't, if I hear a guy talking, like a guy on the podcast, like, yeah, I peed in this girl's mouth, it makes me feel gross, and I like don't. It feels like, feels like that dude sucks. You know what I mean?
Like that guy's a piece of shit.
Like, oh, I peed in a bitch's mouth, but a girl peeing in a guy's mouth, I'm like, fucking
like,
get it. Let's go.
It, sis.
I want to hear it. Yeah, like I'm proud of you. But then, so she keeps going with like the different, anything that comes across. I think she said like not for her, but like other fetishes to like her be involved in it. She's down. So she gets the ball busting. Do you know what this is?
Is that where you step on men's balls?
You torture. Cock and ball torture is the other name for it. And she got a guy who she just kicked him in the balls. Just full
That's
on.
all
like, I remember that video I showed you that one time where it was Bon Jovi living on a prayer, and then it's just that guy getting kicked in the balls hardcore. God, I wish we could pull that up right now.
That's a great video.
Yeah, if you can find it, folks, we'll post it on Twitter because we can do what we want on Twitter. We've learned. So if I can still find that, it's incredible.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, so she like, I guess people learn, like they explain like how to kick, where to kick, and she said like it's pretty much her full kicking ability. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Or have you ever seen it where the guys like sit on like a thing that's built up and their balls hang down the lady's box of like punching?
I hate that so much.
I love watching it because it's fascinating. I'm not like hard about it,
right?
And I never want it to happen to me, even on accident. Like even if I'm in the gym and I'm like trip and fall over as a woman is punching and she accidentally punches my balls, but then I like it and I can never recreate that moment.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Such a heat of the moment kind of thing.
But I'm always chasing that dragon of getting my balls.
That's the curse of
boggled.
What about those pornos you see where it's like the girl like in the box and it's just like the guy laying on top of it with his dick and balls through it and they're just like jerking him off through it? It's weird. I don't know what my point was. I just wanted to mention
when I said it's weird, you gave me a look like you were let down, that I wasn't like, yeah, and you would have been like, yeah. So now I know you
I do not want to lay there and get jerked. Because every time I see one of those, the girl's like shit-talking the guy. She's like talking about how shitty his dick is while she's jerking him off in this box.
That's like a huge thing, it seems.
I don't get that. Yeah, I saw something on Twitter with this OnlyFans girl I follow, and like she was like posting screenshots. What?
I like how you're like, I hate OnlyFans.
Well, yeah, I follow for the free content. I'm not paying for it.
OnlyFans women,
I'll follow
a
it for
68-year-old woman.
Yeah, we unfollowed that for reasons.
We?
Yeah.
Don't involve me.
The corporation did.
Yeah, the corporation sent a cease and desist for your action. You ever get one from your own brand?
Yeah, it's got my drunken
comes down
face
from headquarters.
On it. It looks so shitty.
Yeah, it has our letterhead on it, and it has to say,
and it's on like that
to whom it
paper.
may concern.
It's got a whole wax seal that's the mouth on it.
Right in the middle of the letters, so you're definitely missing some key information.
Yeah, I'm like, you're supposed to close the letter with this dumbass. You don't just come to the fucking letter.
We had to rush this.
Yeah, we
no time for folding.
Quickly.
There was no time for folding the letter.
The ink was still wet, just wham, and then we threw it on. I
did it in front of you. I was like, read this. Attention! So what am I thinking? What did paper boys yell in the 1920s?
Extra, read all about it.
Yes, that. I gave you, but I said that. I was like, what did the paper boys yell on the
20s?
Attention! How much coffee have you had today? And it's not enough as they drink another.
As you drink 6 more coffees. As you have 2 pitchers of coffee. I'm playing Edward 40 hands, but with coffee.
They're melting because they're not.
God,
it says on the bottom, not for hot liquid. And
At
I'm like,
all.
before
No, I'm thinking you just got 2 coffee pots duct taped to your hands.
I have a big trucker like the fucking,
Thermos, like the
but
giant,
they're not even thermoses. They're like the big
Bubba
cups.
mugs.
Yeah, the big like
like
the old
the ones
plastic
with the penguins on them from the mobile station.
Right, but like the big fuckers, and they
like
can
the
be for
scary big
they can
fuckers.
be for fountain pop
The
or
big
coffee
gulps, yeah.
or both.
Or both, if you just.
My Mountain Dew coffee is delicious.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
Cut out the creamer. Started using Mountain Dew.
Oh my God! That has to be the nastiest meth fuel I've
I
ever
love
heard of
the
in my
idea
life.
of me becoming addicted to coffee.
I love the idea of you getting so addicted to coffee that you
start
fall
putting
off of
Mountain Dew.
everything else. Like you don't even drink anymore. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
drink coffee.
Well, you see, my beers have been coffee based recently.
I know,
as
but
well.
like, this is
They're
where the
not even good,
transition.
and then I drank all of them anyway.
Weird. This is where the transit. You just drank beers because they were there. Weird.
There was a lot of other beers.
And then
I had a lot of those too.
and then the transition comes in where we're at the cabin and you're just drinking straight black coffee. You're not even drinking alcohol.
And you're like, that's fine in the morning. Like you woke up, and
but it's like 11 and it's hot outside. And you're just drinking hot black coffee.
Yeah, just sweating.
Just sweating.
Yeah, if
you
my
are
coffee-
so red in the face.
If my coffee
Iced
gets,
coffee.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, a
I like
nice
that.
iced coffee at the
At the
cabin
cabin?
this year?
Why have we never thought of it?
Why can't we? Oh, we need to brew the coffee the night before, put it in the fridge, have some. We need to bring a bag of ice this year. Iced coffee.
Don't we always have ice?
Do we?
Yeah,
Iced
we
coffees
have
in the
ice
morning is what
Well,
I'm
we're
saying.
making a big punch, so we have to have ice.
Yeah, we got to make a
have
big punch
to
this year.
reuse cups. You guys are children.
We
and
are children.
Have
Yeah,
to
I can
and
admit
you
it.
have to rinse your cup because it goes bad.
You have to.
You have to rinse the cup. It's like picking up cups. There's fucking just spit in it, or
Yeah.
there's old strawberry that's now not good. And then I clean those ones, give them to you guys, and then I have fresh cups because I refuse to reuse a cup at the cabin.
Oh,
Anyway,
but we have to
what was-
reuse cups.
Yeah,
But you won't reuse a cup.
right. I also won't brush my teeth. You want to live like me at the cabin? It's
Yeah.
crazy. Wouldn't recommend it.
I'll do it.
Got
if
drunk, got real drunk, tried to watch Tales from the Crypt and jerked off. Pulled the blind down. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
what you
is
want?
what I want, actually.
I
That sounds
don't
really
recommend
nice,
it.
actually.
It was bad.
Wake up
There
with a
was
nice
a huge
coffee on the
mosquito.
balcony.
Not right now.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I've seen
looked like-
things from the
I
coffee.
just saw something right there just now.
You had too much coffee.
I haven't had any coffee.
That's the problem.
I
Not
need a
enough
coffee.
coffee in your blood.
I need a goddamn coffee in my life.
blood is coffee.
just-
cut me now. Just yeah.
Just 30 minutes.
Dapper
of me
Dad's live
drinking
is
your
me
coffee.
being cut and
and just
thinking it's
drinking
coffee
your
and
coffee
pouring it
blood.
on fans like a guar show.
Oh,
R.I.P. Odorous.
R.I.P. Odorous Ungaris?
I don't.
Ungarius?
We're on a first name basis. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
I see how it is.
What was the initial point here? Ball busting?
Yeah. This
Okay.
lady got breast cancer, guy peed
Yeah.
on her, ball busting.
So she just got into that. But I'm fascinated. Yeah, that was just I explained a lot of that podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone should go listen
We
to
don't
it.
even
It's
got to
still-
listen to it anymore.
There's other stories. It's very good. Like I said, it's starting to drag, and I don't know how it's gonna end. But yeah, the ball busting is just like insane to me, and that's what because it's two friends on the podcast, and her best friend is interviewing the lady with breast cancer, and so she is like interjecting as like one would. That's what I
Right,
think is
yeah.
good about it, because she's like, who's into that? Like that's the thing that you hear. Every man, like, I don't want to get hit in the balls.
Yeah.
Like, if I get hit in the balls today, I'm going to, one, be very upset, and two, be like, what the fuck happened?
Like,
Because
yeah,
as
like,
a kid,
I
you get
can't
hit in
remember the
balls.
last. Occasionally.
Yeah,
Your
it
you and your
happens.
friends are fucking around,
Yeah,
being
someone
stupid.
sack taps
Sack
you.
tap, head tap.
Yeah.
What's worse, a sack tap or a head tap?
Sack tap.
A head tap.
Why?
Just getting the head of your dick slapped really hard like that?
The head of my dick has absolutely no feeling in it.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you ejaculate?
It's not really about the head of my dick.
But it doesn't, like, get sensitive or anything after you come?
I mean, my whole Johnson gets sensitive.
Your old Johnson? How the fuck old are you? What the fuck is this?
I'm talking about my...
Are we two 50-year-old men from Wisconsin
What
sitting
am
at
I
the
saying?
bar on a Saturday drinking Bloody Marys? Yeah, so the old lady was sucking on my... Yeah,
You
Ron.
can't say sucking on my Johnson. You know how sometimes two things don't go together?
What are you, some old man from Wisconsin? Yeah, last night Rhonda sucked on my Johnson.
Rhonda. I'll never let a Rhonda suck my Johnson.
Dude, I don't think there's any Rhondas under 50 anymore. Can you
That's
imagine
why I
having-
won't let him
Can you
suck
imagine having
my
a baby girl
Johnson.
and naming her Rhonda?
I could go on for hours about baby names that I can't believe anyone would
anyone
ever
would
have the
name their
audacity
child.
to do.
Starting with, like, what's your number one? Like, what's your bugaboo?
Keith.
Yeah,
Tweeted
Keith. Like,
about
no,
it.
yeah, it's
insane.
ridiculous.
To have a beautiful baby come from you,
Like,
and
you
your
watch-
partner,
you
like,
watch
it
your
comes
partner
out into
you
the world, and
be
you say,
pregnant.
"Oh my God, I've made a thing, like a life. I've created it. This is what we're put on this earth to do. Make little baby Keith."
Keith
You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy.
Braxton.
Yeah, we're doing these
Like these
people
crazy-
nowadays are doing
Crazy
too much.
white people names.
Yeah, Declan.
What?
My ex wanted to name a kid Declan.
My buddy wants to have a little girl and name her Marzipan.
That's fucking should be illegal.
He thinks that's a good,
be illegal.
and everyone says this, and I tell him this. He's like, nope, I don't care what anyone says.
Well,
He's like, it's a good name. I was like, it is not a good name.
Possibly one of the biggest thing, and it works with dog names, is what do you shorten it to?
Right.
You know what I mean? And some names don't get shortened, like a Jeff, but even a baby shouldn't be a Jeff.
What
but
is
it's
shortened
more
Marzipan
acceptable.
to?
Yeah.
Marzi?
Mars? Then
Marzi?
you're crazy. It can't be Marzi. It has to be Mars, and
Mars?
that's not right
No.
either. Or Declan. That's what an
Deck.
argument I used to get into. What is it, Deck?
Hey, Deck.
Hey,
come here.
Deck. That's close to being Dick.
They'll call him Dick. Deck the Dick. That's what they'll call him.
They'll just call him Declan.
Deck sucker.
You know that this is the first thing I do with names.
You think
is
about
figure
how
out-
the kids are going to make fun of him?
or how you were teased if I've met you in adult life.
Right, yeah.
It's the first thing. I don't tell people, like, did anybody, because I know I'll bring back trauma, but I, like, instantly just think of it. And I think it's a good thing to think about as an adult having a kid is how quickly are we going to jump into a making fun of the name Dorklin? You know what I mean? Like, it's right there.
Dorklin, Deck sucker.
Yeah. Why don't you just...
Dorklin, Deck
'cause there's
sucker,
gonna be,
MD.
yeah, there's going to be bad
That's
ones,
a TV
too.
show.
Like, there's going to be ones that suck.
Yeah, there's
you
going
know
to be
what I
ones that
mean?
are just corny and stupid.
Gonna
And
get-
you're like,
yeah.
that shouldn't hurt you,
The
but they're a
rejected
child, so they
one.
get hurt.
Yeah.
Because they get hurt by everything.
Because their name is Declan, and the world is against them.
Yeah.
Like, there's like, right now we're doing like these cute, weird
Or where they take a
names.
normal name and they spell it like a fucking monster, like Kaylee, but it's like Keighly. You know, some
Yeah.
shit like that.
What happened?
Like, what happened to just doing things normally? Give someone a normal. I mean,
everybody thinks
you
that
definitely
everything...
don't see a baby and go, let's name him Tom. Like,
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. And there's so many. That's what I mean. There's so many names like Rose. You know what I mean? That are like, now we're never gonna get that. again.
Violet.
Yeah, just like old people names.
Gertrude.
Yeah, that should.
Winston.
Yeah, there's gonna be a Gertrude that dies soon, and that's it. We're done with
Like,
Gertrude.
we're done with the Gertrudes,
You know,
yeah.
Unless someone gets.
You don't see any more Thaddeus.
I'm trying not to offend people that I personally know, because there's people I know that have kids that have named them things that I'm just like, really? And it seems like the old thing is like making a resurgent,
Yeah.
not like a Gertrude. I don't think anyone's ever heard that name and been like, beautiful.
Right.
What a babe Gertrude is. You should have seen Gertrude in the 20s.
Should have seen my baby Eunice.
Slam piece. And you're like, what?
A flam piece?
Slam.
Slam piece?
Yeah, she's a flan piece.
A flan?
piece of flan.
Like that.
Whatever that is,
That
yes.
sounds delicious dessert, but it's always disgusting when you eat it.
What is it?
Flan?
Yeah.
It's like custard.
just-
It's like custard with like caramel, but like
Yeah,
you think it would be way sweeter, but it is not at all.
It doesn't look appetizing.
It's like basically
Looks
a
like a
custard.
mutant.
It's a custard you make into a Jello, and then you put like
Yeah.
a caramel sauce on
Yeah,
it.
it's like an alien dessert that I won't have any part of.
I remember when
Get your flan out of here.
I remember when my sister was we were still in like she was like early high school. We went to some Mexican dinner place for her birthday.
Weird way to say it,
I
but
haven't had any coffee today.
Sure.
I've had something to wake me up.
That's the best part of waking up.
And the best
coffee
part of
cup.
waking up is interracial sex in your cup. But we went and we're like, oh yeah, it's her birthday, and so the waiter was it was like the first week the restaurant was open. He was very nice, and he brought her a free piece of flan, and she had never had it, and she like took one bite, and my sister is like very like overly polite, where I'm just kind of like, oh, I don't really care for this, and like wouldn't care.
Just take it away.
And she was like having a crisis about it, because she was like, he gave it to me for my birthday and I don't like it. What if I don't eat it? And I was like, just don't eat the fucking thing.
Just throw it behind your back real quick when you're not looking.
Just cough it into a napkin. Just
Huge cough.
Slide the whole thing into your mouth and then go, oh, and then just cough. That was, I should have gotten Auga.
Yeah, that's what I do when I don't like a food. I put it in my mouth and I go, ow.
When I don't like
When I
a food or a breast, I go auga at it.
No, when I like a breast, I
go,
auga. When
auga.
I don't like a food, very confusing.
When
to
I like a breast, I
women.
auga. My heart pops out of my chest. My eyes turn into hearts, and I
Tongue
turn
unrolls down
tongue
to your
unrolls
feet.
out like a red carpet. And I tap my foot and howl like a cartoon wolf. I'm also wearing like a plaid
And
jacket.
you love most breasts, so this is
I love every
exhausting.
breast.
It
Yeah.
is exhausting.
It's
to be around
exhausting
you.
being around me, because for some reason there's also a 50-piece big band behind me.
Too loud, I say.
Always
You're
too
always just like, I don't hear it after a certain
I don't
time.
hear it. You know, you just learn to drown it out. How do you drown out a 50-piece big brass section?
Well, you know, I start with, hold on. Blow my yeah.
Just every time I'm at the club and I'm fucked up.
We have to go to gay bars just so you won't
just so it doesn't. But I'm still followed by my 50-piece brass band.
We just pay I go up to the jukebox. I turn it up. I turn it off on accident.
And
we have to leave
you get
again.
shamed.
Yeah. God, I hate that.
I
bitch
hate that
forever.
so much. I hate her.
Yeah.
At least she
I hate
wasn't
that.
the one.
It's also that's what I
At
do.
least she wasn't the one in the hate breed head.
Yeah, I know. What's going on? We got to get some quality
This town's
control over
getting
there.
fucked up.
But I also hate that that's a thing I do is where I'm like, this one interaction that was my fault, I will hate you until I die.
Don't you hate that about yourself? Because you're like, this
when I
was
think
my...
about it too much.
When I think about it too much, I'm like, you did this, and like but like in the front of your mind, you're like, I still blame that other person. I should have been allowed to do the shitty thing.
I just shouldn't.
But if we saw
we
someone
didn't have
doing
to
this shitty,
act that crazy about it. That's how I think with everything I do. I'm like, it's not that large of a
like,
deal.
whoa, we didn't have to freak out that badly about it.
You act like I beat your kid in front of you, and I will if I get the opportunity. That's how I feel about my pettiness too. I'm like, I wish I didn't burn the whole house down every time I wanted to prove a little bit of a petty point.
Oh god,
you know what I mean?
That
like,
hurts.
I do things, and then I'm just like,
things.
I'm just like, I'll never do this again now. Like this thing, I will never do this again.
Not only will I
and
never
I will
do
prove
this
the
again,
point to
I
no
will
one
go
but myself.
out of my way to make sure that I don't do this ever again, and people know about it.
This is not an example of me being wrong because I'm very right with this.
All the time.
I won't go to that Road Ranger by my house anymore.
Yeah, I know
I go
you
to
won't.
a different.
Yeah,
but I
you
feel
go
like
out of your way.
I say that I don't, and I still do because it was the most convenient one, and now I go further away to a different gas station
Just
and have
because
had nothing
to make
but
a point.
perfect experiences there.
Interesting.
Like, I let my car be so on E because of that Road Ranger, and I was like, I hope this burns down and then, of course, explodes tremendously. To where I look out of my back window and I see
I'm
smoke,
concerned.
and I'm like, thank God it's finally happened.
You look over in the northeast direction and you see a big plume of black smoke and several.
I'm like, finally.
Boom.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it has to be like?
God,
during
it's next to a
6
daycare, too. So
Oh,
you hate to.
Oh, you hate to know about it.
You
Hopefully
hate
it's
to
on
have to
Sunday.
chalk up a couple of kids.
Hopefully it's on like a Saturday evening.
Listen, I don't want to say it, but I hate that gas station enough that if children died about it. I can't do it.
As the head of PR in this very moment, I'm going to need you to slow down.
Wax seal something if you got a beef, okay?
You know what? I'm going to need you to go ahead and read this very quick.
We're both going to get wax seal
Whatever the
paper
fucking
and then
newspaper boys say in the 20s.
Yeah, we're just going to go back.
Just constantly the whole episode. No, I need you to read this. Hey, read this really quick.
More
I need more hot wax. More hot wax.
Coffee. I'm drinking wax. I'm pour stamping coffee.
Stamping coffee, drinking. You just spit out big things of wax.
Yeah, and flan.
Maybe I do, son.
Big cap.
Maybe I do. Big caps, little flans, lots of wax. Dapper Dad's 2020. Big caps, little flans.
No, I meant
Little
2020.
2020.
2020. I don't know if that works, but we can.
Bite-sized flan. Just say
Ball
finger quotes with everything.
busting.
Ball busting.
Yeah.
Bite-sized ball busting.
What is that? Just a flick? Oh, a flick would be worse than a punch.
A flick is always worse
like
than
a
a punch.
close-up flick.
It's like a paper cut versus stab. It's like a paper cut hurts so bad.
I just saw a paper cut on the head of my dick. I saw an image of it on the internet.
Paper cut down the crease of your ball sack.
I would take that over the head of the
Oh
dick.
yeah, absolutely.
I would enjoy that because my ball sack is
paper
put
cut
together anyway.
Paper. I know.
I don't
want
to go down this road because
paper cut on all of the webs of your fingers and toes or the head of your dick.
It's probably the hardest question anyone has ever asked me, and I've gotten it before because I feel like it has to be head of the dick, but I don't want it to be. You know what I mean?
You want 10?
Just fingers? I thought you said fingers
and toes.
Then that's 20. Or
1, 2, 3,
I guess there's only 4,
5, 6,
so
7, 8.
16.
So
Math.
16 verse 1.
Yeah, I mean,
and then you got to walk around for the rest of the day, and everything is just. But then
people keep spitting in it.
Yeah, but then you got to pee, and then maybe try to fuck later.
Yeah, you get a paper cut on the head of your dick, and then the woman of your dreams comes up to you, and she's like, "I just want to suck your dick."
I don't even want to fuck.
Like,
I just want to suck.
Yeah, you know how women are.
Yeah,
I don't even want to fuck. I just want to suck. It's like, whoa,
damn, shorty. Okay.
I'm not a piece of meat. Take me out for dinner.
I'm not a piece of meat.
I gotta spit it in the
I want some bite-sized flans before you suck my flan out, baby.
Yeah, mine is very jello-y.
For dinner, I'll be having 16 bite-sized flaws, and she'll be having this dick. Okay,
I'll have what she's having. Oh no! The waiter fucks
like,
you in the mouth. The waiter fucks you in the mouth.
The waiter fucks your mouth.
What do you mean it? Oh no, that
Just
was
a
right.
whole-
I don't know what's happening in this Mexican food restaurant. What did you say?
A Mexican food establishment.
Yeah, it's a Mexican
Mexican
eatery.
restaurante.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But ball busting. How much would you have to pay for a woman or a person? Well, we'll say
To
woman
not
because
ball bust me?
they have delicate little feet that some people want to fuck, but not us. Definitely not us.
Stamp. No feet.
Yeah.
No feet.
Kick
No
you.
feet.
No punch. Kick you in the balls as hard as they can.
How much?
Yeah,
Pay
money.
you not to do it.
No, but you have to. It
I don't
has
want.
to be done.
I don't
All right,
want
then
it
they're
to.
gonna do it for free.
That's fine. At least they're not getting my money for hurting me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I
just
I
a
went the
stupid
wrong
question.
way.
What the fuck?
All right, so one's gonna kick you in the balls. I'm
For
sorry.
free?
We've set it up. Yeah, but you can pay to not have them do it.
Does it make
That's
my
what I'm
dick
trying to
really hard from like the trauma?
say.
What's the point?
It's just a bad experience. I'm trying to see if you would pay money
No.
to not have it happen.
How? Oh, to not
prevent
have it happen?
it,
To prevent it?
yes.
I'd pay like $1,000. Are you kidding me?
God, I don't know why that got
I'd
so
get
difficult.
robbed at gunpoint if someone's like, "Give me your wallet, or I'll kick you in the balls." Take it.
Well, yeah, of course you're being robbed. Imagine someone comes
Give
up
me
to you
your
at gunpoint and they're like, "You could keep all your money in your phone, but I'll kick you in the balls as hard as I can," or you could give me the money on the phone. A very inventive robber, and you're like, "What are you gaining from the first one?" And they're like, "Experience, life experience. This shit's going on my resume." No, you are overstepping your bounds. Do we have to draw a line on the floor?
Yeah, we do.
Go away. I need more space.
I need more
I won't
space.
play foot. I don't see one. Show me your hand. Okay. Playing footsie and you're jerking off over there.
Just rubbing it.
I go to edit the video and I realize this whole time you've been jerking off to feet and ball busting.
Whoa.
'Cause you're like, oh yeah.
Somehow you've missed it. My phone's been on the table the whole time, but I've just been under the table jerking off to foot porn,
surprised.
gay foot porn the entire time.
Gay feet.
Gay feet, nothing
Gay
but
feet,
gay
straight,
feet.
straight men.
Gay feet, straight
Would
men
you-
kicking straight. Gay feet kicking straight balls.
For $1,000, would you jerk a man off with your feet? And I'll put a wall up so you don't have to see it. But the video will show up online.
Will anyone I know see it?
Possibly.
Anyone I respect see it?
Possibly. I mean, you don't know who's watching gay porn. You think you do, but you
So
have
it's just
no idea.
uploaded on porn sites. It's not like it's gonna be all over Facebook. Like here's Slim jerking a guy off with his feet.
I mean, if someone, anything can happen,
I
but
yeah.
it's not posted like Slim from the Dapper Dad
Yeah,
fucks
like,
foot.
It's just
with-
like on a fuck's foot.
I guess things have changed. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I-
You know when we say something
so
wrong.
now
we
I have to fuck a foot.
Yeah,
So I get the foot job.
I guess so.
Would I get a foot job for $1,000?
We all would. So let's go back to
I mean,
would
I
you-
don't wanna. I
would
don't
you
like
caress a
thinking
man's
about
cock
it.
to completion with your feet for 1,000 big ones?
But I don't have to see him.
no.
So
you
my
see him
legs
after.
are like.
Like he comes, he probably puts some tight little shorts on, and then he walks out.
Is he a beefcake?
And he says, "He's not a beefcake, but he's not.
Is he
He's
handsome?
nothing to shrug at.
Is he
You know
cute?
what I mean? Yeah, he's cute. Cute enough.
Cute
You know
enough
what I
that I
mean?
don't
He's
feel-
fucking disfigured and disgusting.
Aw.
Does that change it?
A little.
It shouldn't.
I don't like the idea
don't
of
think you can
jacking
say.
off a disfigured man with my feet.
I would rather jack off a disfigured. God damn it! I'd rather jack off.
You're
a
the one fucking
disfigured
up
man
these
with your
episodes.
feet than a handsome man. Handsome man
You'd
can get a
rather
foot
jack-
job at the drop of a grapefruit. A disfigured man.
Just dropping grapefruit out here.
I mean, it's
It's a big fruit to be
it's a
dropping.
unit of measurement for
Drop
time.
drop of a big cap.
That will slowly fall down comically because it catches a lot of air.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's like that big fucking thing you had like in elementary school, like the big
Rainbow
thing, and everybody
parachute.
runs under it.
Yeah, parachute. And you
That
look-
everybody screams.
every year, 6 kids are lost in that.
Yeah.
And they don't come back.
No, they
It's-
never do. It's like those staircases in the
it's
woods.
crazy that-
people go up, but they don't come down.
It's crazy that not enough attention has been brought up to that big parachute.
Kids get lost in the big
Gigantic
parachute
cap.
and they don't come out. People get jacked off by feet and they never stop.
So I'd rather jerk off. Are you doing it for $1,000? We're getting away from the main point here.
Yeah, I'll do it for $1,000.
Even if they're freakishly disfigured.
I mean, I guess I'm not finding out
Freakish.
till afterwards, and I gotta live with it. But like,
But again, I would feel better because not a fucking mutant can't go up and be like, "Oh, fuck me with your feet." You know what I mean?
so I mean, like he's into feet, like it's his thing, and like he's just finally getting what he wants.
He's also being paid, so you don't know.
Why is he being paid? He's
This is a sexual performance that we're putting online. www.freakfootjob.com
/dapperdads.
/dapperdads. Use the promo code. Get a month free. 3 days, not a month.
No,
3 days.
3-day
Forget
promo
to cancel.
code.
Now you paid for porn. Are you happy?
Now you paid $60 a month for foot fetish porn from the Dapper
Are
Dads.
you excited for your wife to find that on the credit card
Are
statement?
you excited to have that argument with your
Hey,
missus?
honey, what's a freak foot job?
Oh,
What I never get from you in this loveless marriage? I feel like we've done this exact same premise before with the guy, the husband being angry, and I don't know.
What is freakfootfetish.com? Oh, that's my fantasy football draft.
Triple F, you know? It's an
Triple F.
XFL team.
You mean that's not you mean it's not the fantasy football league me and the guys have been doing every week?
Are you and your friends jerking off with each other's
Wow,
feet?
son, I can't believe you bought foot porn on Skinamax. It's like when you fart and blame it on the dog.
Old. Yeah.
Except you buy foot porn
You
online
fart
and
the
blame it on your
dog's
baby.
over there and it's very clearly your fart.
Yeah, 'cause it
and
smells
it smells like a
you
human fart.
Yeah.
Not like a dog shit.
That does smell like the room is saturated with dog shit for some reason.
Yeah. Remember when I was taking dog shits?
Yeah, that was
weird how
was burdensome on the friendship.
you can decipher a dog shit and a human shit. It's crazy.
It's like, what were you
But
eating?
it is because we're eating
some-
different things.
Were you eating pepperoni treats?
Not exclusively.
I mean, like a lot, but
I'm putting cheeseburgers in there.
putting pepperonis on your cheeseburgers?
Hey, pepperoni on a pizza, you wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, you would. I've seen a pepperoni, and it does not look like
You
pepperoni.
Cooked onto a pizza, you would not know the difference.
I guarantee if it was cooked
I
on a
gotta
pizza,
eat a pepperoni.
you're gonna have to eat. I'm gonna have to watch you eat a pepperoni. Do they serve single pepperonis like Slim Jims?
To dogs or what?
I don't know.
Because not to
think
people,
so.
probably.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Can we get a
Imagine
couple
that
spare
confusing-
pepperonis
Imagine
to
that
split?
confusing section at the store where you're like at the gas station trying to get like a Monster XL Tabasco flavored Slim Jim and a pepperoni, but you switch them up
I
in the
thought
car.
you meant Monster Energy drink.
A Monster Energy
Monster
drink,
XL
a blue
Slim
Monster low carb Slim Jim.
How was this word? I'm healthy then, right? I'm healthy?
I'm healthy.
Look
if
at how healthy I
If I
can
eat a
be.
Monster Slim Jim, I'm healthy, right?
I don't know. You know what? I don't
you know
know.
what? We can't call it.
We can't call it. What was my initial point here?
I have no idea.
The headphone cable was in between my legs, and then I
I
stepped
thought you
on
were
it.
jerking off over
I
on the other side of the table.
Hands up. I stepped on it, and I pulled my head back, and it
Thumb
pressed the... Fuck you.
Oh, wait, it doesn't work with two people.
Yeah, you'll always win.
A drink.
But the cord rubbed against the head of my dick. It was an interesting sensation.
Better than a
that I've
paper
never
cut?
felt. I would reason to say, but I can't.
This is how you
I
get
can't
down
be
a
sure.
slippery slope where I eventually come to your house and you've got a weird pulley system set up to run the head of this thing along your dick while you're jacking off.
I think I could just do it.
It's not even that elaborate. I think I could just do it.
It's honestly one of the easier ways I've felt a
Now
sensation.
you got to
in my
sit
dick
there
in a
and jack off by rubbing your dick like you're starting a fire.
while. I like to give it an Indian burn, and if I do it right, it's permanent.
No, you got to
Definitely made that
you got to
joke
put way
before,
too much Astroglide on your hands to the point where it gets on your balls and then starts sliding in
And you got
between
the
your
phone
ass
and
cheeks.
it comically
Woo, woo.
like spinach out of a can.
Like two whales when they're like shooting like
Kissing.
a beach ball back and forth, like two pussies when they're kissing.
Like two whales when they're beating a seal back and forth.
Yeah,
with
with
their
their
tails.
or two whales when they've got like shooting the seal with their blowholes to play with it before they kill it, and
Yeah,
then they kill it,
then
and then
they
they're
kill
just
it
slapping it
violently.
around with their tails.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to watch that slow-mo National Geographic video of a seal getting like thrown through the air.
Yeah,
and it's just screaming.
Jesus Christ.
And you've added your own scream track to it.
Which is you?
And you've
or
also-
you found one on the internet you really like.
It's the one of the guy getting kicked in the balls to the Bon Jovi song. It's just,
Oh.
but then you overdub the whales with your own thing, and you're like, "Wow, I wish I was jerking off right now." Did you make this morning?
Is this what you do?
I'm
also?
like, no, I just found this. This is crazy. It says it has one view,
Yeah.
and it's you, and it was uploaded this
It's
morning.
uploaded by your
You
account.
count.
And you've commented on it saying, wow, this is incredible. Great find. Would you please upload
Bozo.
more?
Bozo overdub.
Yeah. That one's one of my least favorite.
I know, but it's funny
still,
when you think about it.
still good enough.
Did you bring this Nat Geo documentary with overdubs on it of the whales talking about jerking off while beating up a seal?
I wanted, since you were closing your eyes, for you to think maybe everything ended for a moment.
Yeah, like I just would look up everything. Like the monitor's not even,
Yeah.
nothing is in. I'm in an empty room. I'm just like, I'm looking in a mirror and I punch it and then the series ends.
I mean, better than The Sopranos, am I right? Apparently.
Apparently, this thing doesn't want to rub on the head of my dick.
No, this can't work like this.
Oh.
Just move it over. Just don't step on. No, what?
Yeah, perfect.
No, this is insane. All right, you fucking ruined everything. Let's go to a submission. I don't remember what it is. Oh, okay, yeah. Marry, fuck, kill for, well, this comes from Batman. And that's batman@gmail.com. You would think he had a more secretive email, but
You'd think.
you can just email batman@gmail.com. Tell him the Dapper Dad sent you. Tell him Batman's the worst superhero. He's just rich.
Yeah, he's just
His parents
rich.
are dead.
Money's
Who
not a
cares?
superpower.
No.
Being sad and having money is not a superpower.
No. If it was, I would
If it was, I'd be a rich man.
hero. All right, it
Fiddler
says,
on the Roof, have some culture.
we've been over I don't know how. Sometimes you say something and I know that we've talked about it and I'm like, why did we talk about Fiddler on the Roof?
Yeah, at what
but
point
we have,
I know
and
we've
I've never,
mentioned it.
I have, that's a face-off for me where I don't have any context. You know what I mean? And I'd like to start referring to things as a face-off if we don't know.
Is Face Off the Fiddler on the Roof of Face-Offs?
I think we have to say yes.
You have
just
to
out of
admit it.
sheer
Out
confusion.
of obligation.
Yeah.
The poll this week is what's the better movie, Fiddler on the Roof versus Face Off?
Well, Fiddler on the Roof wasn't a movie at first, right? It was a play.
It was a play, but like they made
It was a
movie.
historical event of a fiddler on a roof.
Yeah, a
that
literal
molested
fiddler.
children.
I don't think that's correct.
If you go back far enough, all
Fiddlers were diddlers? Is that what you're daring
that
to
is,
say?
I'm not. That's the opposite of a cap.
Where'd that
An
come
inverted
from?
cap?
No,
If you go far enough back for all the things, like I can't think of what I'm trying to say. All of like the stories and old lore, everybody fucked kids. If you go far enough back,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Everybody fucked everybody if you go far enough back.
Peter Pan fucked kids. I don't even know if that's.
I don't think he fucked kids.
He fucked kids more than most
He did
people.
not fuck kids. He was a kid.
Not the whole time, right?
Peter Pan?
All right, Peter Pan's
He's
bad
eternally
example.
a child.
What am I thinking of?
You're thinking of like Greek mythology.
No,
You're thinking of the Bible.
Yeah, nailed it. All right, this submission says marry, fuck, kill for Barry, Lemmy, and I guess Cole, because I don't know who's another regular contributing fan.
Cole. We wouldn't call him contributing.
Yeah, Cole hasn't. I don't think Cole even listens.
I don't
to
even
this
think
anymore.
he listens anymore. He's too busy.
Yeah, he's.
Paying $16 for vodka sodas, apparently.
I also saw that. His life is an enigma. We have other people, and you know what? This is a good basis. I agree with this to an extent. There's some other. But if you are like, I think I'm a top fan, and your name wasn't included, step your fucking game up.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dan, who has been awarded our actual top fan on Facebook.
Yeah.
He also contributed the dick fingers or testicle toes.
Did he really?
2 episodes back.
Nice.
Forgot to shout him out because sometimes,
Shout out.
specifically when we get things from Facebook, you can submit to us on all of our wonderful platforms. But the Facebook shit gets lost.
Shout out my guy
Especially
Dan.
we get tagged in shit, and then it's so hard to find
It's
the
so
fucking
hard to find the
comment.
tag.
And then sometimes you find it, and it's just us just tagged in it, which
Yeah.
we appreciate. But good lord,
It
like,
takes forever to
why
find
isn't
for
it the
some
first
reason.
thing?
I know.
I'm on the page that
like,
we
take
manage.
it to me.
So why aren't you showing it?
Sock it to me, baby. Where's the beef?
I'm constantly pointing at Facebook screaming, shock it to me.
Shock it to me on the smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord. All right. God, you hate to do this, but
I guess I'm gonna
marry Cole.
I'm also marrying Cole.
Because we know him. I know how he operates. We live similar lives. Well, not similar lives.
I'm gonna
but
fuck Barry, cause
you gotta
just tugging on that mullet from the back.
He's getting rid of the mullet. R.I.P. the mullet.
R.I.P. the mullet.
He's
You gotta let
supposed
me
to-
fuck you before you get rid of the mullet, Barry.
He's supposed. Wait, how old is Barry?
How old is Barry? Shit. Can we say this?
I think
Are we
Barry.
gonna have to edit this out?
We're not editing, but he's in Australia,
Yeah.
and you.
Laws
I'm
are
not gonna-
different
I'm
there.
not gonna say
aren't
that.
they?
They're definitely different. I don't know. You got to be 30
He's
to
not.
have
He's
sex.
not, I mean, he's a young man, but he's not a young man.
When he first reached out to us, the first thing he said is, "I think I might be your youngest fan." And I know the age. I don't want to put all of his business out there. It's on the cusp of being okay. I
Can
think.
we do Marry Kiss Kill?
We'll kiss all of them.
Kiss everybody. We'll kiss all our fans.
No, we'll fuck Barry. I
I've
think he
kissed
got
one guy on this list.
Yeah. Shout out Leonard. I'll say yeah, because I'm gonna say the same thing. I'll fuck Barry. I think it's
You know,
okay.
we can say it.
We'll say it.
And so, I mean, I guess the only option left is to.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
But I've thought about this. I racked my brain for months. We had this submission is months old because I just couldn't figure out who to fuck, marry, and kill. And Leonard, I'm going to kill you because that one time you wrote that story about killing me. Well, you didn't kill me, but you killed me in a story.
In
so
such an extravagant way.
I'm going to kill you in a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Payback is a bitch.
But in the same way that you wrote the story. So you're going to be like walking down the road to your house, and then we're going to drive up and you're going to die to 216s apparently.
Yeah, we're going to run you over for some reason. And the detail it will be written in will be exquisite.
Extravagant with no punctuation.
But yeah, so we're on the same page. I'm sorry for whoever got offended. I hope Barry isn't upset that we're gonna fuck him. I hope Cole isn't upset that we won't kill him. And yeah, if you want to be on this type of list, contribute some shit. Get out there.
Let us
know what I mean. Be one of the people we talk about.
You want to be a top fan? You gotta act like a top fan.
Yeah, there's some of you are right there, but you just haven't left the impact.
You're close. You just haven't flown out of the mama bird's nest yet, and really just decided to be a top fan.
Because 2 of these people have submitted for this episode, and I just remembered. Luckily, whoops, never want to show that.
Ew.
Oh, face off. That we have an email, and the email comes from Barry.
That's right. Yeah, we did it because I got the notification on my phone this week, and I was like, "What?
Yeah,
we got an email."
Yeah, and it specifically says it's because we complain about not getting emails. So we'll read it. I don't know. Oh no, where the fuck is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, a lot of government names.
A lot of official things going on here.
Oh yeah, fuck. Hopefully.
Sorry, Barry.
Yeah. I mean, if I have to censor it, I'll see if it works. Yeah. Otherwise, just email. His full government name is his email.
Full government name.
Well, it's also his email.
I'm so sorry, Barry.
Yeah, we'll edit it out in the video. But yeah, the subject is since y'all complain about not getting emails all the time. And it says, how do you feel about Aussie rap? I'm not a fan, but I'm not a big modern rap fan like the 90s R&B style though. Fan of Prof since listening to you guys because y'all are my gurus and he slaps. See, we're doing good
God's work.
A lot of people have picked up Prof from us.
From us, I feel like,
yeah. So he needs to, I don't know, give us some money or something. We'll figure it out. Anyway, the most popular Aussie rappers are Chillin' It, Bliss and Esso, and Hilltop Hoods.
Like that's your most popular?
Those are crazy names.
I've
heard of Hilltop
names.
Hoods, and I don't
them,
like them. Sorry. Just curious to hear your opinions, and I haven't contributed in months, so I think I need to cement my spot as a fan. See, that's how you fucking do it.
He's in his everyday life thinking, have I talked to the dads enough?
Right. You got to check in because we are mentally unstable. P.S. Amy Shark is an Australian singer. I'm not sure.
I want to Google what this girl. Did you Google what she looks like?
No, I didn't listen to any of this, unfortunately. Not sure if it's reached your radars yet, but she's the best looking, best singing girl to come out of Queensland maybe ever. On brand, I may or may not be drunk. Appreciate it. Au revoir. I can never say that.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Yeah, just never say. I listened to a song called that. So thanks for fucking me over, Barry. But we appreciate.
I mean, she's all right. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's cute.
That's my type of thing.
I knew it was. Like the second I saw it, I was like,
this one specifically?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You nailed it, Barry. That's my cup.
Oh yeah, look at her.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be like real ugly and we're gonna have to be like, well, maybe people
like it was just gonna be disgusting.
Yeah. Maybe Barry has an exquisite taste.
Oh, maybe Barry has disgusting taste.
Yeah,
like getting jacked off by men.
Men's feet, yeah. Imagine I'm like, my sexual orientation is men's feet.
Ugh. I don't want to think about it.
I won't have sex with men. I won't let them sex me in any manner, but I will I will fuck their feet because their feet are more callous.
You'll fuck their feet?
Yeah, they can. I mean, either way, they can rub.
You'll fuck their feet or they can fuck your feet?
Listen, they can put their feet stationary like this, and I fuck the arch.
Do
arch.
You lube up the feet?
No. That's part of the whole thing, baby. A rough man's foot on your... How soft's your cock? Not like boner-wise, but like skin. I feel like I have a
relatively
very soft, supple cock.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sitting here lotioning it up or anything.
I'm never lotioning it up. I'm having a homeless man spit in my hand when I need lube. Yeah. And it's usually dip.
Usually dip based.
Big cheek of dip. They've been spitting
sauce.
in spittoon.
Dipping sauce?
Spittoon. Spittoon platoon.
Lined Spittoon.
I never know what you're saying when we do that.
What?
That thing where we just say words, kind of?
Lined Spittoon?
Yeah.
I'm saying a lined spittoon.
Oh, I thought fur-line was like a word.
I know. This confused me forever because when I was growing up, my dad would, whenever I asked my dad, hey, what do you want for Christmas? He'd go, a lined spittoon.
What?
Yeah, and
that's an insane
I know.
joke to no one, maybe not even himself.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Because I'd be, and then as a kid, I thought he was kind of saying like fur line, like fur line, like it was a word, like
a streamline,
like FERLI, like fur line spittoon. But then
like a brand.
Yeah,
like
but he was like,
this is fur.
that's what I thought. But he was like, no, it is a fur lined spittoon. Like there's fur on the inside.
It's one of those, where like two words together that
Yeah.
you mush, and then you're like, this sounds like a completely different
fur
word.
lined spittoon.
So what's the joke there? That it's just...
That's just what he said every time. I would be like, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas? Oh, a fur lined spittoon. You ever look for a fur lined spittoon online?
I can't say that I have.
You ever been a fucking jackass and Googled fur lined spittoon?
No, you got to go to a store and then ruin someone else's.
Yeah, what store?
I don't know. Where do you buy a spittoon
Go to fucking Walmart and go, can you guys sell fur lined spittoons? He's like, what's a fur line?
I don't even think you're going to get the question. They're just going to walk away from you.
They're just going to kick you out of the store. The young teenage man is just going to look at you.
You got to go to like a flea market. That's where you find...
Like a thrift store?
You got to find somewhere that might even have a spittoon.
Like an active spittoon?
I don't know if it's active.
Like
you know what I mean? Like it's going out clubbing, it's on Tinder. What do you want?
I'm like, it's currently being used, so it's on Tinder and it's going out clubbing.
Could you imagine swiping and then
it's a fur line
spittoon?
A used fur line spittoon dripping.
It's like to be spit in.
Oh.
You're like, could you fuck a spittoon? How big's them? I got to be honest. I'm a little in the dark here. Never seen a spittoon in person.
Yeah, I've never like been to a place.
Does it have a fuckable hole?
It's got a hole that I feel like you can't really shoot into, but that's the goal of a spittoon is to shoot into the hole.
Yeah, because it's like a trick.
Yeah.
It's like a...
you sit there in the chair.
Yeah,
and
you do that spit that no one can... Then you try to do it when you're alone and it just dribbles down your chin. Like...
Then you look like a stupid slut. So you start filming it and you're just
that's one of my
on
least favorite things, is looking like a stupid slut
you know
in
what?
public.
You know what content people want to pay for? My OnlyFans where I'm just drooling and jacking off.
Yeah, you're not effectively spitting in a spittoon. That's your niche, and it blows up.
Everyone is,
and you can support your disabled son.
Oh my god, what a beautiful dream!
Yeah, that's what we all want. You don't want to work a day job. You want to get paid money to not spit in a spittoon.
Yeah,
but try just. Yeah.
Like when you buy a bag of sunflower seeds because you're like, haven't had these in a while. And
yeah. You forget them in your car.
And you forget, and then they're there.
And you're like, oh yeah, I could
like
totally
dust.
Buy the inside that you want instead of all of this.
Yeah, you could just buy sunflower kernels
instead of this
eat those.
thing that's a bigger mess than it's worth.
But it's so much cheaper because
it's not that much cheaper.
A bag of sunflower kernels is like $5. You can get a bag of sunflower seeds for like $1.
What are you buying? An industrial size gigantic
you not buy
cap
your seeds and just big cap? So many sunflower seeds.
Full of seeds.
A big cap full of sunflower
bigger than an
seeds.
ashtray in an asshole movie.
A big old barrel full of ashtrays.
Ashtrays?
Assholes?
Roll my weed up. That's an ashtray.
Yeah.
Roll my weed on it. That's an ashtray.
Ashtray.
Where's Big Sean with the ass puns? He's been gone for so long.
Where's Big Sean with the mid music at these days?
Where's Janae IE?
She just put out an album yesterday.
I'm not gonna listen to that.
I'm gonna listen to it.
She is gorgeous.
She is so beautiful.
I've heard that album's very bad.
I've heard
Nas is on it.
I heard a lot of people say Eternal Take is bad.
That's a bad take.
I quit. He did it.
I've been waiting.
He ruined the show, everybody.
I've said this. I'm waiting for Whole Lotta Red because I have a draft in my Twitter that's a joke like that. That if I'm perfectly right, people will enjoy because of how stupid it is.
Okay.
So
that's a bad take. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, that album is great to me.
It's a bad take. You know what? I got him here till Tuesday.
You just made it worse. What were we talking about? There's something else here that we were
bullshit. We're just talking about bullshit.
Oh, shocking. It's not like we do that once a week or sometimes twice in 1 week.
What?
Take a break from
never
existence.
We wouldn't do that.
Ball busting?
Yeah, ball busting.
Just keep bringing it back. Horny in a hotel at 19.
Horny in a hotel. Do tell.
I won't even interrupt this time.
But
have you ever?
But if you're talking about ball, coffee. Go get the coffee. Go get the goddamn coffee.
No, that's only for emergencies. You never lift these up unless something happens.
Okay.
Unless someone comes down and they say that thing we did earlier.
Oh,
we've been figured out. And we're like, listen, folks, what they're gonna say is wrong and not true.
What they're gonna say is wrong and not true. We did not check that disfigured man off with our feet.
Oh, I'll admit to that.
What are we not admitting
Imagine
to?
the sympathy pussy I get off a jerking off a disfigured man.
Is he disabled or disfigured?
Disfigured. Never disabled.
Is he so disfigured to the point that it's a disablement, like the Elephant Man?
Like that thing in Midsummer. I probably shouldn't have said thing.
Wow, yeah, you definitely shouldn't have. Ooh, boy, you shouldn't have done that.
But imagine jerking off something with your feet for $1,000 and then that walks
you're
out
a
and you're
hero?
like, oh my God.
But are you a hero then?
Not when they hear my comments about it.
How drunk do you get afterwards? Can you live with it?
Permanently drunk.
I was saying, can you live with it?
Well, if it's like... Hold on.
Yeah, you gotta choose your words correctly.
I know. I'm gonna go about it in the right way.
No, you're not. But we're gonna try.
If it comes over,
I'm gonna hold your hand.
Thanks for that.
Oh boy! Wow, we sure can't do this. Oh my goodness! Wow, this is bad. Holy shit! Wow, that was.
It has huge.
I know what you're saying.
I'm crying.
There's a reason he didn't talk. Yeah, there's a reason he didn't talk in the movie.
Yeah, so
and it's because
says,
Ari Aster couldn't figure out an appropriate voice.
He writes it out. I appreciate. I could have not done it. That's what I could have done. Let's not do it again.
Not done it again.
And I didn't even mean to do that one. It's just in my head. You also shouldn't repeat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just keeps
Swipe it. Horny in a hotel.
Horny in a hotel at 19.
You love how I was like, I will not interrupt it.
Yeah, and then we totally interrupted with the worst thing ever.
Cheers to the last episode of the Dapper.
You're actually crying about it being the end. I'm like, oh my God, he's serious.
I'm actively crying because the joke was worth it to me. And
it's so fucked up.
Because you knew what I was going to do.
Yeah, and you still
I love
did.
saying I'm not going to do it and then doing it.
And then doing it again.
My favorite thing with everything is when someone's like, don't do that. And you're like, I wasn't
of
gonna.
course
and
not.
then I do it
immediately. Horny in a hotel, 19, waking up, great dick. Wonderful. I can't. You know what? I'm sorry. I can't get past what you just did. This is really fucking with me.
Shut up. Do it. I have to know now.
I've been laughing so hard the muscle in the back of my head here hurts.
Yeah, it's called an aneurysm, buddy. Welcome.
Yeah.
Even the microphone's like, fuck this.
God, on the wheel.
Stop wheeling.
I can't stop wheeling and dealing on this side of the table, Jack.
For the love of God, horny in a hotel.
Horny in a hotel. The story's going to be so underwhelming at this point.
It has to be.
I just had really hard dick. I was staying in a hotel because my girlfriend's family was in Iowa for the weekend. And so me and my girlfriend were staying at a hotel in
Iowa?
In Iowa.
Okay. I thought that was just
here in Rockford. And so we were in a hotel in Iowa, and it was that really nice do something. Oh no. I'm not going to interrupt. Does two horrible, disgusting things. And
yeah, you might be like, when was the last time they had Welch's sparkling?
Yeah, you might be wondering.
And you might learn now that everything behind us is all the trash we've ever accumulated here
in the last several years. You should see the drinks around the camera that we absolutely need to take care of because we're disgusting monsters.
In Iowa.
Anyway, hotel room in Iowa. Just woke up.
Do you remember the hotel?
No, I think it was probably like a Holiday Inn or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it was just that really good, like we were talking about that morning sex where you could give up, but then like they're just like into it right away, and and you're just throwing that crazy dick first thing in the morning that you don't even know how you have that early, but it's because
it's because you have to pee.
No, I think it's because my body's hasn't woken up yet and hasn't like resigned to the anxiety I have to deal with all day. Because at the end of the day, I'm not pitching dick like that. I've been too stressed out all day.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of the day, when like I don't have anything worrying me down, my dick is like, let's do this. We're stupid.
Right. It's also the first activity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a great way to start off the day.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I'm not crazy about morning sex.
Just crazy. That hotel sex where you're like banging the bed on the side of the wall. And you're like, I don't even give a fuck.
Loud,
I'm being loud and stupid.
Wipe your ass with the sheets. Like everything goes.
We had to be quick about it too because the family went downstairs to get breakfast really quick. And we were pretending to be asleep. So that is very specific, and it doesn't happen after a certain age.
After a certain age, it doesn't.
You
know,
maybe
eventually it's the kids.
Yeah, I think it's just
that's
getting older and like kids and everything like that. But yeah, we were like just away for the weekend, and everyone's like
comically fake snoring.
Yeah.
Like, all right, honey, let's go downstairs so they can fuck and pretend. Stop.
Okay, we're gonna go get breakfast now. Don't come in, my daughter, as they're closing.
I already did
because I've been marinating and waiting for you guys to leave.
Basting, baby.
We don't do it anymore. It's sad.
You don't have. There's so much sex stuff. There's two things with sex that you learn as an adult. One, a lot of the things in movies and things your friends told you in school are
not accurate.
Are not even real and not how it works.
No.
And 2, I forgot my second point.
That's fair.
Believe it or not.
I can believe that.
Yeah, you just don't do stuff when you grow up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
There's just certain
I'm
things
not
like
really
you're just not
looking
about anymore,
to
you know?
based anymore. But
Right.
just for old time's sake, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just to like
when you find
light
old
the
music
fire
where you're
again,
like,
you know?
ugh, I can't believe I listened to this. But it's
then, like, in
fun
the
to
back of your
remember
mind, you're
that,
kinda
you know,
like, still
because you can
bumping a little
remember
bit,
you
you know?
at like 12 being like, yeah, basting in a grown woman.
At
You know what I
12?
mean? I mean,
Good for you.
to each their own.
Guess the early 19th
I was in
century
Gertrude
wasn't
like
easy
you
on
wouldn't
boys.
believe it. Yeah, back then you could, yeah. You
Basting
could be
like a turkey.
Back in the 1920s, all they had was basting.
All they had was jean
There
jackets
was
with
no-
the sleeves cut off.
Yeah, that's where it originated. And it was shocking. You know what I mean? It's like
Jackets in
these
the
kids
20s.
in their joggers nowadays was a jean jacket in the sleeves cut 20s. Coffee?
Coffee. We need more coffee.
Oh, yeah. If we had
I
more
mean
coffee,
this sincerely.
episode would be
Can
better.
we get coffee on the way home?
No, because
Okay.
I'm going to get coffee
Later?
later. Yeah, I think I got to take a little bit of a break.
Okay.
But I don't feel any effects.
So
I don't
more
ever,
coffee.
I don't ever feel like I know that I do, but I don't feel more energized from coffee. You know what I mean? Like, I drink it in the morning, and I know it's part of what wakes me up. But like, if I drink a cup of coffee at 9 p.m., I feel like I could go to bed at 10.
Right.
Like, it doesn't. I don't know if it's because my Mountain Dew years, what we consider
I
now
think
the
that's what
Mountain
it
Dew
is. Yeah,
years,
your
or
Mountain Dew abuse,
all the
as
energy
we like to
drinks
call
I
it.
used to drink all the time. Like, I've fucked my body with caffeine and sugar
See,
to the
I
point
somehow
where, like,
didn't fuck my body because I had a Red Bull like recently, and like you remember back when I was drinking like 3-4 of those
Right.
bitches at like the big ones a day. I had like a baby Red Bull, and I was like,
Well,
like,
when
I
we
was like
went
a
to-
hyena.
I think it was Prop Outdoors. Remember, I got that Monster in Wisconsin Dells, like that first
Yeah.
stop.
Mhm.
That was the last Monster I had because I had taken a break because it had come to my attention. I was drinking one on every episode, and then they sneak in. Like everything I do, I'm like,
They
I
sneak
have
in
a casual
slowly.
one,
Yeah.
and then I have one on this every time, and then then they pop, and then I'm drinking one a day, and I spiral. I know my trajectory, but I had taken a long break, and then I got one, and I was even like, I don't want to do it, but it seems like that, like I want one. I want to taste one. I feel like it might. And I drank it in the back seat, and then I was like geeking, and then I
Yeah.
had to drive, and that's when I drove, and I was screaming dreams and nightmares, and it was
God,
so
I remember
fucking
that.
hot
That was
and crazy.
crazy.
That's because I thought I was gonna fucking like faint, like I was jittery.
Yeah, you
and,
were
like,
screaming dreams and nightmares.
yeah.
I remember
Well, it was Heat by Brockhampton into Dreams and Nightmares in Minneapolis traffic, because I can't remember who the driving pattern, but then they were like, you drive when it gets bad, you know what I mean? Like that drive up to Minnesota,
Yeah.
beautiful for so long. Like
Wonderful
you could
drive,
I could
yeah.
close my eyes for periods of time and be fine, you know what I mean? Cruise control, music, smoking, good time, scenic. Then
God,
you
I
get
miss that. I miss
into
that so
Minnesota,
much.
you cross that bridge, and you're like, huh, and it becomes a bunch of lanes. And then you get by Minneapolis, and it's just, and that's when everyone was like, no, you drive. And I was like, I'm not gonna say how fucked up I feel, because that's what I like to do. Is not tell people where I'm at.
Yeah, we know.
Until I'm like, I'm about to faint.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so I was like fucked up, and then they were like driving the most traffic-ridden part, and I was like, there's only one way to do this: is to scream dreams and nightmares in its entirety.
That's one of my favorite memories with you. I hope you know that.
That
When I
was
think about like
fucking-
good memories with you, I'm like you and me just screaming dreams at night.
I think about that a lot too, because yeah, did we go to the mall? I don't, or no, I
Was
don't.
that wasn't on. Was that on the way to Mall of America?
No, it wasn't.
Because it was sunny outside when we did. I feel
Yeah.
like that was the first sound set we went to.
I thought it was Prof Outdoors.
I
I don't
don't-
know. Regardless of what it is, we've been up there a lot of
No,
times.
because Prof Outdoors it was cloudy when we went up there.
Like when we arrived, though.
When we got to Minnesota, yeah.
I don't know. Either way, it was one of those, and yeah, we were going somewhere, and I just remember the traffic, and I remember like that's probably one of the like more recent crazy times where I'm not angry, but I'm just like out of my
So,
fucking mind
like,
because of
jittery.
Monster. So yeah, I guess things do affect me, but coffee, I never feel like it. I mean,
Allegedly.
yeah, I feel like people would. I just thought like people are listening to this, watching it like this
This
tremendous
guy's
cap,
fucked up
some of
on
the largest cap I've
It's
ever
the biggest
heard.
cap I've ever seen.
Podcast cap is unfathomable.
Unfathomable.
Yeah, I have trouble saying words, and then I hate when that's the one that comes to your brain and your mouth
And
is
you're
like,
trying
here's
to get
this
it
one,
out.
and then you're like, we can't do this.
The-
What did
like
you
you
do?
know you're smart because you know the word, you know
Yeah.
what it means, but your mouth is too
I
stupid.
gotta
to say
call. I gotta call one of those men in my brain into the office and be like, "What happened?
beat the
You
shit
know
out
we
of him in
can't
front
say
of
this.
everybody
This
else."
is our list of unspeakable words. This is our list of unspellable words.
it. It's just jargon.
This is our list of words that we think we know what they mean and don't, and it just unravels down to my asshole. And they're like, We don't do these, okay? You
Ask
can use
the
the ones you
asshole
don't
guys
know in the right context with someone that you know won't call you on it. Because imagine, you know how sometimes you let a word slip out and you're like, I think based on context this works. And imagine if someone was like, what does that word mean? That's like one of my biggest fears. Like, what's the exact definition of
what does that word
enigma?
mean?
And you're like, I'm using it right.
Okay, but what kind of jackass in a
can't.
conversation is like, give me the exact definition
I
of
would
that
love to
word.
be that jackass.
You would. That would make you like the happiest person in the
I would love
entire
to be
world.
at a bar with my back to a circle of people and hear someone use a big word and just turn around and be like, what's the definition of that word? Because could you imagine that happening?
Yeah,
to
and
you?
then I'm
You
going to
would,
have to help you not get your ass kicked by a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah, I think the first thing would be violence.
Yeah.
But I'd do it to dorks, so there wouldn't be violence.
Oh, yeah, because then
if
we'd
there was,
be beating
I'd
up the
win.
dorks.
What's the dork bar? You never go, why is there not a bar for nerds?
I don't think
Right?
there is one. Nerds don't go
I
out.
know. No, but we make it like...
Do we make a bar for dorks?
Yeah, you can like look at
The
comics.
Dapper Dad's Den, but then there's the Dapper Dad's Den for dorks.
No, like
a safe space for dorks.
the dork den. I mean,
The
maybe
dork
they don't. Do I like being called dorks? I don't know.
You gotta own
We
it.
call it Poindexters.
Mm.
It's a fun name. Oh, then I would show up at Poindexters though, and then
Yeah.
I'd have to wedge you some nerds hard because sometimes I just.
Gotta give it a cool name like Four Eyes,
Yeah, that's a real cool name.
like a pocket
I think
protector.
it should be like something from like a comic book or something probably. But
what,
you know what
What
I
do you
mean?
mean from a comic book?
Like a reference. These dorks, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Pretty cool guy. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, I'm
we're talking
cool.
about.
I don't know dork shit.
I don't know shit about shit, dude. But yeah, like you can look at comics. You can, I don't know, play chess. Is that even
Get
real?
juice. No alcohol.
We serve alcohol. We let them because I feel like a lot of nerds are like, man, I don't drink alcohol.
So there's gotta
That's
be
part of what makes you a fucking dork.
is you don't like to loosen up.
Yeah, it's like
Have a couple of beers,
like
you
what,
fucking dork.
What we agree is one of the best movies ever. Can't Hardly Wait.
Yeah.
When the dork that has the sheet, and then he becomes cool with the frat guy. It's because he drank.
It's
that
'cause
was
he
the
had some
moral I
beers,
took
yeah.
from that movie.
Yeah, that's
as a
what I
child.
learned. I
was
learned
like,
I love Jennifer
drink
Love
and
Hewitt, and if I drink, I get
love
cool.
Jennifer Love
Love
Hewitt.
her.
Still love you, Jennifer.
God, Jennifer,
Have
get in
your
contact
people,
with us.
please. I'll fuck your people.
I'll fuck your people.
I'll fuck people that are near you.
I
I'll
will
fuck I've deformed man's feet just to get close to
I will
you.
get in a goddamn van with a man, and I'm like, when do we get to meet?
Yeah.
When do we get to meet her? And they're like, well, you're not.
That's how you would talk at the idea
Yeah,
of feet.
because I'm so excited about fucking her. I'm like, when do I get to fuck her? And they're like, well, you're not gonna fuck her, but I'm right here. And I'm like,
Yeah,
"You're
you'll get in the
too."
van. I'll be inside of a giant pussy on top.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the 5%. That's just for us. No one knows what that means.
Yeah.
But picture it.
Just a big pussy on the top.
Let's look at this. This is a meme that was sent to us by Leonard.
It's got a picture of the dad from Cusco's. What's the name of that movie? Cusco's Revenge?
Yeah, I always forget what the hell it is.
An Emperor's Story? Cusco?
That was Emperor Strikes Back.
The Emperor's New Groove?
Emperor's New Groove.
The Emperor Strikes Back? That's Star Wars almost?
So you're not even close to a dork.
Yeah, you're not even near being
Yeah,
a
it's
dork.
that meme where he's given the okay.
The okay, and like
the
he's like
Italian
looking really
symbol.
like...
Yeah, his eyes are either closed or insanely wide. It's
Yeah.
hard to tell. And it says, when your family hit you with just the right amount of trauma to make you more funny than suicidal. So that was us describing a meme to the people
Feels
who aren't
weird.
watching.
Podcasting's
It's one
a
of the
weird
worst
thing in
things.
2020.
One of the worst things you can do is try to describe a meme. I keep doing this to people. I'm like, you know the one, and then once you say it, you're like, that was stupid because the whole part of it is looking
Just
at
to
it.
look at it.
But this is, Leonard sent it. It does. I said that it hits the nail on the head pretty hard for us, I think.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'd say, yeah, because I mean, I don't know how funny we are, but we're definitely suicidal.
Yeah, I think we're funny. I think people listen
More
to this.
funny than suicidal.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, you just kill yourself.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
You got to be funny and suicidal.
Yeah, a little bit of both. But yeah, you have to be
A little bit column A,
funny
a little
enough
bit
that
column
where
B.
you're like, I enjoy living when I'm making fun of things, so I
Right.
won't die in the meantime.
Yeah.
But yeah, he nailed it with the meme that we described. We'll post it online, I guess, or maybe we won't. I don't fucking know. You get the gist. We're not gonna die. That's a confusing amount of time.
It's a confusing amount of time. Yeah, I looked at that. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, then that means that we're almost done, right?
Yeah, just about.
Just 20 minutes to get through.
Damn, shorty. Okay, we just blow each other.
You know what people love to hear is how much we're just ready for it to be
Yeah, how
done.
much we're just
All right,
ready to
20
get out.
minutes. Okay.
All right, 20 minutes left on the clock.
do
What
it.
are we,
It's
we
like,
can do
yeah,
it. We
it's
can
like-
just-
it's like when
stretch
you're
your
at
legs
work
out.
or
asshole
school.
sequels. Asshole sequels.
It's like when you're at work or school. No,
I didn't mean to. I really didn't mean to. I just stretched.
All right, another submission. I'll wash that away. All right, this comes from Guy. The email is mr@man.com. And it says,
I'm leaning back to get the scope of this, but I just saw the last little bit, and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think this is a man at all. And
Well,
if it is, he likes getting FJs.
It's going to be all over the place, and we won't FJ you or let you FJ us. You guys got any tips for crying? I've been feeling real sad the past few weeks, months, okay, fine, years, whatever. And I could use a real good cry. The problem is nothing seems to make me cry. Tough guy here. And I wind up...
Tough guy, real tough guy.
I
don't cry about shit, eh?
I wind up
Not
just
a fucking lady.
staring at the wall for hours, thinking about anything and everything I can that's sad. I won't name specifics, but you know the drill. Death, suicide, the fact that I'm actively screwing up my chances with this girl I've been talking to. But in all, she's probably better off with someone else because I'm a selfish, sad asshole that can't seem to feel any emotion. Listening to sad music, really just running the gauntlet of depression. Anyways, let's not get hung up on anything here. I just want to cry, but nothing seems to work. So let me know, boo. Wink, kissy face, love ya. It's gonna be hard to not get hung up on anything here.
Yeah,
because I will say,
the order of things.
If nothing else, staring at a wall for hours thinking about death, suicide, and the rest,
and this girl.
Well, just think. I mean, staring at a wall for hours thinking about a girl.
We've all been there.
We still do that.
I still do that.
I'm thinking about Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I'm
looking
thinking
at
about
walls and picturing other walls.
Looking
if
at
you
walls,
know what I mean.
and I'm looking at my shirt, and I'm wearing the shirt, and I'm jacking off into the shirt, and I'm jacking off while I'm wearing the shirt.
I had a thing to say, and I just thought about you jerking off in that beautiful shirt.
That beautiful shirt that is the most beautiful shirt I own, if we can be 100% honest. Like, that's the best shirt I own.
Not a lot of competition. But yeah, you shouldn't be staring at a wall thinking about death
That's
and
our
suicide.
first tip. Yeah,
for sure. For hours. You can stare at a wall for like 10 minutes and think about death.
Yeah.
Stare into the sky and think about death.
You be outside.
Yeah. Breathe
Taking some fresh air.
Get some sun, vitamin D. We all need it.
Honest to God, with the more sunshine we've been getting, I've been realizing.
We're going to walk out there and it's going to be sunny, and I'm going to go home and pull my dick out on my lawn and fuck something because it was in the last episode.
Burn some more mail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I burned a little mail.
A little bit.
I get so much junk mail now, and I don't have a shredder, so I use Nature Shredder.
Yeah, Nature Shredder, which is fire.
Burning. And then some of the envelopes are plasticky now, and now I'm burning
Very
plastic.
plasticky.
And I'm like,
that was bad for the environment.
But yeah,
I would say, like, you just need to get. Is the point of this like they need to get a good cry out? Like, do they feel like they just need to get a good cry?
I thought having these on the monitor would help you understand the questions we get, but it literally, I could use a real good cry.
Huh. I'm hung up on this section here.
Well, yeah, you can't be hung up. I mean, this is almost too much for a monitor.
If we're being honest with each other. When I need to get a good cry, see, I've developed this thing with like where I get sad and I think about something very sad and I like involuntarily make a noise now. Where like, I don't know if this is like a bad thing that I'm starting to do. Yeah,
Seems real bad.
It's real bad. All of them bad.
All of them bad.
All of them bad. But like, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. When I think about sad things, that makes me cry. So like, I'm not sure what my advice would be here. Because my advice would normally be just think about something that makes you really sad. Like every now and again, like a song will come up and like it'll make me think of some sad shit because there'll be like memories tied to it, you know.
I can get there with music. I don't have a specific go-to. Thinking about sad things does not make me cry. I'm on the same boat. Like I couldn't, if you were like sit down and sit in this room and stare at a wall and think about shit until you cry, it would be difficult for me.
I mean, I'm not going to say like instantly I'm going to be able to cry, but like I'm going to need some time to think. But like usually, yeah.
I feel like I could go hours. I don't know what I could think of. I'm thinking of one thing that I could maybe get into the groove, but I still think I would know. My problem is I know that I'm just conjuring up. I think because I'm constantly conjuring up bad things that my brain's like, you don't need to cry because this is what you do.
Yeah.
I can, if we want to get into like media. Yeah, I feel like you should be able to find music. I'd like to recommend Mount Erie. I feel like
honestly, yeah.
I feel like
that's some good crying
I know
music.
who this is from, and I feel like you probably already listened to it. But that made me cry because I listen to a lot of sad songs, and if I'm in a sad enough state and I listen to the right songs, I can cry.
Right.
That's usually not me looking to cry.
No, I know
it's usually
exactly
me
what you're
hammered
talking about.
and like right there on the cusp of it, and not realizing I need to cry. But yeah, because I feel like I could also go for a good cry, and I haven't cried in a while. But yeah, Mount Erie made me cry a lot. Probably the saddest music I've ever heard.
Yeah.
We've said it. But I will recommend a film that made me cry, and from what I've read and heard, has made everyone cry. It's pretty brutal. So, I mean, it's not going to, I don't know if this is the good relieving cry you want, but you will cry. Maybe it can take you down a cry river. You know what I mean? Into a cry ocean.
It can maybe break that dam down and you can just start crying.
Because I feel like once you start crying, like that's how I am. If I start crying, then I can be like, no, I'm going to cry about the last 10 years of my life. Because I'm here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then I'm going to sleep better than I've ever slept. My eyes will feel so relieved. But there's a documentary called Dear Zachary.
Yeah, you've mentioned this to me before. Yeah. I still haven't conjured up the guts to watch it because I've looked into it a little bit.
Yeah, don't look into it at all. Like, that's the thing I can say.
I don't know anything about the plot. I've just seen people being like, if you want the saddest fucking thing you've ever seen. The big thing,
and I feel like saying this is going to make people just Google it, but the big thing is to go into it blind. I will say it involves a child. So if that's just like a big, I mean, you're looking to cry. Other listeners who like to take our recommendations, I feel like that's a big thing with people. Don't like to hear about kids, and it's not a happy ending. I'll say that much. Leave it as vague. Don't look into it. Even if you aren't going to watch it, but you're curious, it's still a sad story, of course. So I feel like reading it would even be a bummer. But yeah, I watched it mainly because I was like, I'm not going to cry about this, like a tough man. Yeah. And then I sobbed, and then you cry more because you're like, it's one of those things too where you're like, this is a bad thing, but it surely can't be worse. And then it continues to go to levels where you're just like, it's when people say it like a lot of movies I've watched that are like crazy. People are like, yeah, after that you just feel like devoid of anything.
Yeah.
Which I don't feel like I've ever really felt with a movie. I usually feel quite the opposite, where I feel good and optimistic about my life, like the worst movie you can watch that we talk about. I felt fantastic after that.
I bet you did.
Martyrs made me feel a little
made me feel fucked up,
but not as bad as people say. Dear Zachary made me feel devoid of emotion,
and that's saying something coming out of you
because it's real too. That's the other thing. Movies,
it's not made up.
I don't care. I watch fucked up movies because it's a movie, but yeah, when it's real and then it involves a child, and I'm not pro people fucking with kids and shit, but like it doesn't. I hear a lot of it, and it doesn't affect me as much, probably because I don't have kids.
Right.
But this was one, So that'll probably make you cry, but I don't know if it's the cry you want, to be honest with you. I really don't have a lot of tips for this.
No.
I feel like
I say listen to some sad music, try to get your floodgates going, or maybe watch.
Definitely don't think about death. Don't sit around and just think about death and
that'll
suicide.
make you numb to it.
That's probably why it doesn't.
And if you're having, it's been said, if you're having suicidal thoughts, get help. Like reach out.
I know you say let's not get hung up on what we immediately got hung up on here.
So
but
like,
I mean like.
Just
you knew we were gonna because you put it right up.
Yeah, because you put it right up there. And I mean, like, just to anybody listening, if you're having thoughts with that, whoever submitted this, if you're thinking about that, reach out to people. I guarantee you, even if you think nobody wants to listen, there's somebody who would rather listen than see you fucking
Things always get better.
They do. They get
at least
really
give them
shitty.
the chance to. And like, we joke about suicide because I think that's a way we cope with it, and it's funny to make jokes. We make bad jokes all the time, but it's a very serious thing.
Only way to know if tomorrow is going to be better is to be there.
Yeah, I hate to hear the corny quote about it.
You hate to hear it, but it's true.
Yeah, sincerely, I know, we're not trying to get hung up on this. We're not talking to you, Guy, Mr. Ratman.
No, but this is just in general.
But yeah, in general, we all go through some shit. Yeah, if you're looking for a good cry, that's better. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't have a tip. I don't think either of us cry enough. Would love to. If you find,
I don't think we're in touch with our emotions enough to cry enough.
Yeah, I just think about that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond where Ray Barone finds out that Deborah cries at home, and he thinks it's about him, and then he confronts her, and she says she just likes a good cry, and he can't comprehend that because of his toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
and that's why we can no longer do the Ray voice because he doesn't approve. Ray Romano, not the character in the show, doesn't want women to cry. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's a really horrible thing you have to do.
Sorry to say that, but listen, Guy, Mr.@man.com. Don't listen to Ray Romano or Ray Barone, whatever one you subscribe to. I don't believe in Ray Romano. I only believe in Ray Barone. They're the same person. And Deborah is fine. I don't know what I was getting to there, but figure out if anyone else has maybe a suggestion on how to cry, throw them at us.
Yeah, text us.
We can relay it, or we'll say
we can try it out. We can see if we'll cry.
Yeah. Because, now I'm trying to think, like, if I had to cry, if someone was like, I'll give you $100 to cry, I would love that $100.
Right.
But I don't know if I'll be able to cry on the spot about it or not. There's one thing, but I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like I can't, and I feel like it's got to be the same thing where you can't, like, get out of your own head enough. Like, you're just thinking of, that's how I feel with, like, sex when you're trying not to come, how people are like, think of shit. And like I've never been able. I'm just coming because I can't. Anything I think of, I'm like my brain. I
gotta get there like at like the right time though. Like,
yeah, you gotta come in early.
Yeah, you gotta come. I always come in too late. That's my problem. I start coming in late, and then I'm just like, this doesn't matter.
Because you're like, I'm having a great time, and then you're like, oh, too much of a good time. And then you're like, maybe I can stop it. And then you try to like stop your movements too, like slow it down. You know what I mean? Make it real sensual. And it doesn't matter.
It never works. Try to get really slow and start kissing, but then you feel it coming faster, and you're like, oh shit.
Way more romantic.
It's so much more romantic, and you're just craving some intimacy, just a crumb of intimacy in your life.
So then you accidentally slip out and you sneeze and come at the same time.
Which feels incredible. We just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, you pretend like you just sneeze and you go, oh, bless me, and then you put it back in, and they never know the difference until they find all that cum on the wall.
Find all that cum on the wall, and then they find out
you're like, that wasn't me? Wow, you're super wet. You're
so wet.
Wow, you have a real creamy vagina.
You have a real creamy submission.
Like, yeah, that's what we call it. Listen, if you're a Dapper Dads fan, you're letting a man have sex with you, or you're
consenting.
Women have to let a man have sex with them. Men get to have them.
Is that implying that women don't enjoy sex?
Yes.
No.
But listen, call it a submission. I forgot what it even was.
An ejaculation?
We can say that we are out of coffee. Damn!
Out the
first part goes so far, and then the last 20 minutes is just like crawling up the hill. So fuck, 8 more minutes? We were clearly building up to the end there.
We're going to get there.
How do you come back from there?
Oh, there is no coming back.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about. We tried to delay it too late.
We too much of a good thing too fast. We started kissing and humping too furiously.
I know.
Started doing that crazy hump where you're just like, can my hips
holding
even
hands,
do? Oh.
Or you cup the
arm around
the neck, and you're so close, and you're whispering in her ear.
Oh, just telling her.
Thug lyrics like, I want to fuck her, but she play more games than the NBA.
Whispering AR 645 lyrics.
Yeah. Could you imagine how quickly a woman would banish you from her pussy?
You've been banished, banned, flagged. You got flagged out of a girl's pussy.
That just sounds like you're getting like swapped out.
Yeah, it sounds like you're just tagging someone else
off
in.
The bench. Yeah,
that breaks my heart.
You're in a pussy and you get flagged, and I'm like, sorry, bud. And you're like, what are you doing here? And I'm hard as hell. And
I think every woman in the world has enough self-respect to not fuck both of us at the same time.
I guarantee you there is at least one person who listens. I am not saying like I know for a fact either.
But
I don't know. But I think there's one person out there that would have sex with both of us.
At the same damn time.
Not like DP, but like.
But if that's what I'm saying.
I mean, if you're letting two guys just fuck, because that means if it's what I'm thinking, where we like trade off, then there's a lot of time where the other one of us is sitting
just
in the corner
masturbating, jerking off.
I gotta sit.
I'm not standing.
I'm gonna feel woozy. Let me tell you. If I have to see what I have to see.
Blood rushing to my dick. Yeah, if you got to see my butt and balls from the back, you're gonna triangular motion. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a breather. But yeah. So maybe we get.
Do we flip a coin and see who goes first if we're not doing DP?
I think we let her choose. I think adding a coin into the mixture makes it disrespectful. But if she picks you first, I am gonna be fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be hard for a while. I'm just gonna be in the corner, like, just batting it like a cat with a toy mouse,
trying to enjoy the catering.
Your balls is what I'm talking about. I'm just behind you.
That makes me come faster, though.
Makes you come immediately.
Makes me come so hard. It's like getting a fucking Gucci piercing.
She's like, wow, no one could ever come harder into me. Also, I'm definitely not gonna.
Wow, that's crazy.
Enter her after you.
Yeah, after I. Yeah, that's because that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We got to go at the same time.
No, because then we trade off like when we're about to nut. That's how you hold it. You get out and you get up and you get away, and then you have to watch me have sex. And that fully takes. You know what I mean? We're resetting. We're edging. We're edgelords.
We're edgelords edging 20 times in a row, and then just blowing into a martini glass, and she just drinks from it.
Exactly, and she holds it like a tiny coffee cup somehow.
Yeah, like you just did.
Yeah, like a little Americano.
We come in an Americano cup.
No, she's holding the like edge of a martini glass like that, and drink. And,
like, is that?
And then we're both like,
what's better?
Okay, I wouldn't have fucked you if I knew that's how you held martini glass.
But if she's holding the whole stem like this, just like really just.
She breaks. I mean, I'd rather that than the first thing. I will not have sex with people based off how they hold glasses.
Holds a cheeseburger like this and just takes bites out of
So
it.
just fucking crushes it, which is only fun when you're a kid and you get a turkey sandwich with the white bread and you make it so tiny
thin
and then you get
just
to chew it.
thin.
It's like a fucking power bar. You can go.
No,
climb
we're talking the power bar of foods. That's the
Oh,
fun.
I never brought up that submission, but it's okay because I have it in 3 weeks anyway.
Damn
Not submission,
shorty, okay.
just an article I found.
Okay.
Right up our alley. So listen, cliffhanger for episode 138, the Misfits song. But I also guarantee you there's, I'd say, a handful of women that would have sex with one of us, but not the other one.
Oh,
and
I
we
can
never want to
guarantee
know
that,
that because that will tear us apart.
Yeah, no, that'll
Unless
hurt
an
us.
equal amount of women, 4 and 4, because I can't imagine more than 4 women ever want to have sex with one of us in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's big if true. 4 tops, crazy.
4 is like
monumental
that's
cap.
like dreaming.
Anything over.
Yeah, that's like
anything over.
It's like the whole
monumental
world's
cap.
wearing a cap at this
It's like
point.
it's like a baseball cap on a head at Mount Rushmore, or
like
all 4 of their heads.
It's like a goddamn cap on this fucking galaxy. Okay, that's how big of a cap that is.
Like picture the Earth just with a big snapback.
Picture Picture a cap so big that we can't even fathom it.
Yeah, picture a cap that gets encapsulated in a black hole. A cap so big that the black hole can't take it. I don't know what's going on, but 4 and 4 women will have sex with one of us, but not both of us. Not even at the same time. I think even if we were to separate it, women wouldn't be like, "I'll have sex with both of you on like different occasions."
Right.
Probably
like,
because they know if one of us doesn't go first, it's gonna be the biggest thing. You've ever
it's good, and we're
bigger
gonna
than
fight
the cap
about it.
we previously discussed. Like if they're like, "Yeah, I'll take Slim on a date first," I'll be like, "Oh, so I'm just fucking bullshit."
Because the girls,
and you know, I've mentioned my pettiness is at all-time highs.
All-time highs,
and
especially with it getting nice outside, you're gonna be getting ornery.
So petty. I will give you the worst dicking you've ever had. My Johnson will not fulfill anything.
We can't call it that anymore.
Why? I just said you don't suck a Johnson.
Yeah,
you maybe
sucking
fillet
on
a
my
Johnson.
Fellatiate?
Fillet a Johnson.
Fillet?
Yeah.
Like I'm filleting
or
a Johnson?
blow a Johnson's more acceptable than
suck
a Johnson.
Sucking on a chili dog.
Next time someone cuts you off in traffic, you just go, "Suck a Johnson."
They
so
just
they have
crash
no
their
idea
car.
what happened.
They're just like, "Whoa, did that old man tell me to suck a Johnson?"
Suck a Johnson. All right, I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, suck a Johnson.
Thinking
suck a Johnson.
I know. I keep being like, "This, we have it. This is the
This
end."
is it. It's
and
done.
then you look, and the last 20 minutes have been like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And the first time was shorter.
Suck a Johnson.
Suck a Johnson.